His little girl was growing up, and he didn't want to let her go till she started running the streets like she had a mind all of her own. But she was only 13, so far from being grown, too young to have to let go. She's a baby in the ghetto. He was working all the time, and he couldn't keep her from changing. His little girl, she ran the streets, and then she started gang banging. There was nobody at home for her, but those streets, they showed her love. While her dad was hard at work, his little girl became a thug. She was changing every day. Wasn't shit that he could say. All he could do was sit and watch. His little girl just slipped away. She was building up a rep. She had a name out in these streets. Nobody tested her gangster, and they all called her Baby G. She never lost a fight. She had a mean-ass right, but she was in too deep. Now she's a part of this life. Now she's a part of this gang. She feels so hard when she bang. But was she ready to die for everything that she claimed? She was just a baby, man. She should have been at home in her bed. Somebody should have told this girl she was in over her head, because she never even thought that living this life of blue and red could put her in situations that would make her wish that she were dead. So young and so naive, so dumb, so quick to believe. But she thought that she was grown, ready to stand out on her own. Suddenly it all changed because of the colors that she banged. She walked right into a trap, and now she face to face with a strap. Hiding the fear in her eyes and begging herself not to cry. She's trying not to look terrified, but it's her against 5 guys. She looked around and she couldn't run. She didn't even have a gun. Now all of a sudden, this life that she loved, it didn't seem very fun. All of those people that had her back, they were nowhere to be found. And she stared back at those red masks, her blue flag on that ground, and she was screaming out for help when they started tying her down. But when they started raping her, she didn't even make a sound. She tried so hard to be brave. So she closed her eyes and she prayed. This was the life that she wanted, so this is the price that she paid. And now her soul is being haunted while she's blocking out the pain, and she's pulling at the ropes while he's screaming, "Say my name." For hours and hours, it was guy after guy. But she refused to give them power, never let them see her cry. And she never even thought that things could really be this bad. Because laying here, she can't help but think, I should have listened to my dad. When it was said and done, she wished that she was dead. And they walked out of that room and they left her tied to that bed. And before they closed the door, the last one turned around and said, "Fuck your nation, bitch. I guess you should have banged red." The moral of this story, it's sad because it's true. And I know you're sitting there thinking that this could never happen to you. I know you want to belong and you might be feeling alone, but this road isn't the one you want to go down, baby girl. Please go home. I know how you feel, and I already know the deal. But this isn't a Hollywood movie. You see that this shit that I'm spitting is real. This happens every day. It is reality. And I know it could happen to you, because the girl in the story was me.